It can happen in boxing. We've seen this. Manny Pacquiao isn't immune to this. He's been knocked out. He's been hit. He's not Floyd, who has been hardly hit. Like, he's been knocked out cold.
Might be maybe a little better, but Floyd was a better fighter out of all of them. Manny Pacquiao was good too. We got fast hands for that, but he was easy to hit.
Floyd Mayweather's camp has reportedly leaked unseen footage showing Manny Pacquiao getting knocked down during a sparring session. In the video, Pacquiao absorbs several heavy punches before a trainer steps in to halt the action, sparking fresh concerns about his health and whether he can still perform at an elite level. Victor Ortiz recently opened up about a sparring session with Manny Pacquiao that left a lasting impression on him, while praising Freddie Roach's training methods. Ortiz admitted he had never encountered anyone who sparred with the intensity and unpredictability Pacquiao brought into the ring, although he didn't disclose who had the upper hand. His tone hinted that the experience was both highly unusual and possibly humbling.
Didn't you spar Manny Pacquiao around that time?
Yeah.
How's Manny Pacquiao in the ring?
Oh man, we worked so much together. Freddie Roach, I can quote him. He said that the best fight, sparring he's ever seen in his life has been me and Manny Pacquiao.
Really?
Yeah.
How does Victor match against Manny?
It was a great sparring session and one of the best I've ever seen.
You say you knocked out Manny Pacquiao.
I don't know what that means. I have amnesia.
With new sparring footage of Manny Pacquiao surfacing online, fresh debates have ignited over the wisdom of his potential return to the ring. The clip captures Pacquiao in intense exchanges, sparking concerns about his physical condition, as some viewers noticed moments where he appeared slower or absorbed unnecessary shots. At 46, the looming question is whether the risk of serious injury outweighs his drive to compete again. While many admire his unwavering determination, others see this comeback as a risky move that could damage his legacy rather than strengthen it.
What's the worst case scenario? Someone gets seriously hurt. Someone has like life-altering injuries, and that can happen in boxing. We've seen this. Manny Pacquiao isn't immune to this. He's been knocked out. He's been hit. He's not Floyd, who has been hardly hit. Like, he's been knocked out cold. I thought when he got knocked out by Marquez, I thought he died. It was that scary.
Yeah.
Remember that one? So
I do.
Ultimately, I'm most surprised that if it hasn't been officially announced, if it lands in Nevada or California, I'll be very surprised and dare I say,
and Mayweather finally clashed in 2015. It was more than just a super fight. It was a historic meeting between two legends from different weight classes. Floyd Mayweather, renowned for his precision and defensive mastery, took on the challenge of facing a powerful lightning-fast southpaw who had climbed multiple divisions and remained elite. Analysts like Max Kellerman praised Pacquiao's rare ability to maintain explosiveness across weight classes, a feat few fighters ever manage. Although Mayweather secured a points victory, the skill, strategy, and adaptability displayed by both men were a testament to their once-in-a-generation talent.
Sugar Ray Robinson,
Number one?
yeah, and then pound for pound. See, Pacquiao he started as a flyweight champ. Not just he started his career there. He was the champion at flyweight, and then moved up. There's so many divisions between flyweight and junior middleweight where he also won a belt. Even the fact that he can compete with Floyd Mayweather, who's a naturally bigger guy and one of the greatest pure boxers, Pacquiao's overall body of work, you could have him second pound for pound behind Sugar Ray Robinson.
How come I'm watching highlights of him knocking people out though, as little as he is, man?
Oh, that dude, it's the calves, man. He's got those fast twitchies and those big calves jump in on you and generate a lot of power. Crazy hand speed and power from a southpaw. Really awkward, hard to beat, lightning fast. Pacquiao was all that.
In recent interviews, Pacquiao has expressed his willingness to face Mayweather again, not for titles or rankings, but in an exhibition match he believes could still thrill fans without the brutal demands of professional competition. His openness to such a bout reflects a careful balance between preserving his legacy and securing his livelihood, aware that the world would tune in for the nostalgia and spectacle. Pacquiao sees the opportunity as both emotionally and financially rewarding. This interest mirrors a growing trend in boxing, where aging legends engage in exhibitions to meet fan demand while protecting their long-term health.
Why not? If he's willing to have a rematch with me, then I'm okay with that.
How does it go now? This time around, obviously, it's been quite a few years since you guys got in the ring.
It's okay. An exhibition with a decision.
The decision, not that exhibition. So for how long do you
Exhibition with a decision.
The draw against Mario Barrios disrupted what many believed would be a clear path to a rematch with Floyd Mayweather. Pacquiao had hoped a dominant performance would reignite interest in another showdown with his longtime rival, but the outcome instead cast serious doubt on his ability to compete at the highest level, and whether Mayweather would even consider the rematch. Carl Frampton offered a blunt critique of Pacquiao's decision to continue fighting, calling it ill-advised and questioning whether his return was driven more by financial need than competitive fire. Frampton stressed that the physical toll, what an aging fighter can be severe, especially when facing younger, more active
I think that
opponents.
Pacquiao was willing to face Mayweather in this situation. He just didn't want to agree to those stipulations. And if the stipulations aren't too ridiculous, I think it is ducking. Pacquiao would then face Joshua Clottey instead on the 13th, and Floyd would go on to face Shane Mosley. Pacquiao beats Clottey by decision, and Floyd beats Mosley by decision. Half a year after the initial negotiations fell through, Pacquiao takes a U-turn and actually agrees on the 14-day blood testing.
Doubt lingers over the possibility of Mayweather accepting a rematch, even as an exhibition. Having retired from professional boxing with an unblemished record, Floyd has little motivation to jeopardize his legacy. At this point in his life, he's more invested in promotional ventures and low-risk exhibition bouts. Facing a determined Pacquiao Ivan in a non-competitive setting poses a risk he may not be willing to take, especially if there's any chance of being upstaged.
more active opponents?
It's a joke. It's a joke, really. There's a thought. It's an absolute joke. I love Manny Pacquiao. Love everything about him. An all-time great in terms of what he's done previous, but that doesn't entitle you to just walk back in after 6 years and get a number 4 ranking with the WBC and fight for a world title. What about all the other guys that are waiting around? It's wrong. We seen Manny Pacquiao fight an exhibition against a kickboxer in his last fight, and kickboxers can't box, right? I've seen world champion kickboxers coming and sparring boxers. They can't box. They can kick, but they can't, and they can kick and box a little bit. They can't really box, and Manny didn't look great. I mean, yep, I don't know. Yeah, the WBC, I think we have a lot of time for Mauricio Sullivan, but I think it's a mistake, really do, and they should be quite embarrassed allowing 46-year-old Manny Pacquiao straight in for a world title fight.
Few rivalries in boxing have been as politically tangled as Pacquiao versus Mayweather. Long before their 2015 showdown failed negotiations, public finger-pointing and mutual accusations defined their relationships and blamed Pacquiao's promotional team, while others accused Mayweather of stalling. Ironically, these complications only fueled public demand for the fight. That deep-rooted tension has carried into their post-fight years, with fans still debating who avoided whom and whether a rematch will ever materialize. Beneath every press, quote, and public offer lies a deeper history of mistrust, missed opportunities, and unresolved rivalry.
Telling me, wait, does Manny look like a steroid creation? Does he look like some mini Schwarzenegger? Well, I can give you any other things that steroid can do, but not natural hand quickness. So if you're right about how Floyd Mayweather is the greatest defensive tactician in the history of boxing, what should he care about how ripped or big the head is of Manny Pacquiao? Pretty boy Floyd is worried that for the first time in his career, he is going to get hit and hit and hit. He's going to get cut. He's going to get hurt. He is scared too.
Timothy Bradley has voiced concern over Manny Pacquiao's recent return, speaking from experience as someone who once shared the ring with him. While he deeply respects Pacquiao's legendary skills, Bradley believes time may have finally caught up. He highlighted defensive lapses and flashes of slowness during the Barrios fight as clear signs that Manny is no longer the same fighter. Though the draw may have seemed generous, it obscured the vulnerability Pacquiao displayed. Bradley's stance comes from a place of care, not criticism. He wants Pacquiao to be remembered as the icon he is, not as a legend who stayed in the ring too long.
These shots, man. He's getting offense off, but his defense is just terrible, man. It's hard for him to respond to the defensive side of things, man, and that's the reason why I retired. I started getting hit more and more every time I stepped into that ring, and I'm like, you know what, my time is up, you know, and I'm going to keep it real. Manny Pacquiao's time has been up. You know, the fact that he's a special type of athlete, he's a legend, he's able to get in there with guys like Mario Barrios, who basically somewhat carried this guy, man. He carried Manny Pacquiao. I don't care what anybody say. He carried him. Yes, all he had to do was step on the gas, especially in the middle, the back end of the fight, where he's a younger fighter. He has more energy. He could have gave more effort. Because obviously he got hit with some straight left hands and he was able to take it. but it didn't seem like he wanted to.
Amid the criticisms, one of Manny Pacquiao's recent sparring partners offered glowing praise, calling the experience a true privilege and highlighting Pacquiao's remarkable speed and movement. Even in training, Manny continues to impress those who share the ring with him. This perspective adds nuance to the ongoing narrative. While some see signs of decline, others believe he's still performing at an exceptionally high level. These first-hand accounts help explain why many fans remain hopeful that, even in his late 40s, Pacquiao can still deliver elite-level performances.
A lot of people was complaining about the judging. The judging was spot on. Best judges in boxing. Spot on with it. You know, if I scored it, I would have scored it for Barrios. However, the draw, because there was a couple of swing rounds in there, the draw was perfect. Perfect. You know, but damn, I would love to see both these guys' contracts, man. You know, just like the Serrano and Taylor fight, it's similar in that fashion. Both these guys was in there just having a high-level sparring session. That's all it was. I was disappointed in both their performances, to be honest with you, man. So, look, y'all can miss me whatever y'all want to say, man. The Pacquiao lovers, I get it. I respect the man as well, but, yo, I got to call it like I see it. You know, and that was a slower version.
He believes Pacquiao's recent performance might actually have the opposite effect of what critics feared could tempt Mayweather back into the ring. According to Malignaggi, Floyd may have seen just enough signs of reactions, diminished speed, and lighter footwork to feel confident about a rematch with minimal risk. From his perspective, Pacquiao's showing wouldn't intimidate Mayweather. It might actually convince him that now is the perfect time.
Footage or some images online where you were sparring him, and I've got to be honest, you gave him a very clean dig, and not many people can actually say they've landed good clean punches on Manny Pacquiao. He's a super fighter and very, very quick. What was it like to share the ring, even though it was only sparring, sharing the ring with Manny Pacquiao?
I mean, it was a blessing. Like, Manny Pacquiao himself is a legend. You know what I mean? Manny's a legend in boxing, and to be honest, I don't think I was, well, I know, I wasn't shell-shocked the first time we sparred. It was like I had something to prove.
Despite concerns, Pacquiao's performance against Barrios impressed many. 46. He showcased movement, combinations, and stamina that even younger fighters often struggle to match. His timing was sharp, and his dedication to training was evident in his footwork and high output. While it's clear he's no longer in his prime, the fight proved he's far from done. For fans, it reignited belief that one final mega fight isn't just possible, it's still
considering the point in time the point in time we are in boxing. He's actually in a great position because he sucks, but he has a world championship. So you got guys that bring a lot of money that will point to him. Manny Pacquiao just pointed to him. If I'm Floyd Mayweather and I watch that fight, I say, bro, I can beat that guy. Mayweather may come back and say, let me go beat champ. You know? And then, because I guarantee, right now, if Mayweather comes back and fights him, my money's on Floyd. Easy. Right now, I have Floyd's age. Easy. Conor Benn, who I don't even think is that good, could also generates a ton of money. Also could point to Mario Barrios. And guys, let me be honest. Even if I don't think Conor Benn is that good, he's way ballsier than Mario Barrios, and that alone probably beats Mario Barrios because Conor can punch a little bit as well. So Barrios is in a great position financially, even in the welterweight picture, because it's not a deep welterweight division, and he's a low-hanging
Shane Mosley offers a balanced yet firm perspective, drawing from his experience of facing both men in the ring. He believes Floyd Mayweather holds a clear tactical advantage, pointing out that Pacquiao's aggressive high-volume style often leaves openings that a defensive genius like Mayweather can exploit. According to Mosley, the gap in defensive skill is simply too significant to ignore. While Pacquiao may impress with his speed and relentless pressure, it's calculated counters and elusive movement that ultimately give him.
He needs his legs to be explosive. That's how he made a career. That's how he became an A-division champion, an all-time great. And he still has the little bounce on his leg, man. So credit to those big-ass calves that Manny Pacquiao has, because he showed signs of greatness, man. And it was great to see that, but the judges didn't give it to him.
He looked so much better than I thought he was. And I was basing a lot of my opinion on his age and 2 exhibition fights that he fought since his last pro fight, where he looked slow, fleshy, just didn't look anything like the man he used to be. Look, this was not a good fight. I mean, can we just get that out of the way? Like, this looked to me like kind of a high-level sparring session. It just what it looked like I was watching. And some of the numbers back that up. I mean, Pacquiao, he landed 101 punches of 577 thrown. That was 17.5%.
Talk about Manny dug Floyd, Floyd dug Manny, Floyd dug Manny. Let's do some actual research. Let's get to the bottom. 2009, Golden Boy sends a 50-50 contract to Top Rank and Manny Pacquiao. Pacquiao's side did decline this contract, though he later went on to agree to Mayweather's terms. So the big issue on Top Rank and Pacquiao's side was that the form of drug testing Floyd Mayweather was looking to do was really untraditional. It was Olympic-style testing, which is untraditional because it's professional boxing. And the tests were to be administered by USADA, which is very untraditional in professional boxing. Pacquiao did agree to the blood and urine testing, but he wanted it to be scheduled, and he wanted it to have a 7-day cutoff before the fight because he felt like drawing blood inside a week of the fight would make him weaker. Manny Pacquiao went on to sue Floyd Mayweather and Golden Boy for defamation. He dropped that in 2011, but this was the first time this fight fell through. I think it was probably Pacquiao's fault. I feel like it might have been Pacquiao's fault. The second time this fight was negotiated, Manny Pacquiao and Bob Allen's Top Rank finally agreed and submitted to Floyd drug testing style. They had everything signed. They sent the contract over to Mayweather and Golden Boy. They didn't touch anything. All they did was put their name on the paper and gave it back. They even had a website with a money timer waiting for Floyd's decision. They gave Floyd a 2-week deadline. The deadline passed. Floyd never signed the contract. Leonard Ellerby declined it, but HBO Sports president Ross Greenberg said it was true. Floyd Mayweather never signed the contract, but Manny Pacquiao did. I have to put the blame on Floyd right here, man. I gotta be honest. They agreed to everything and he didn't reply. This one right here is a bit iffy. This is the third time the fight is really negotiated. Floyd is going through his legal issues, so the scheduling issues are there. But in the end, they were both able to sign the contract, but there was one big stipulation. Floyd Mayweather wanted $160 million, while Manny Pacquiao would only take it.
As talk of a rematch resurfaces, fans and experts alike are revisiting the story behind their first iconic encounter. Over the years, discussions of a second fight have flared up repeatedly, only to fizzle out due to disagreements or bad timing. Now, with both fighters past their prime yet still commanding influence, the idea feels more possible than ever. Whether driven by nostalgia, a sense of unfinished business, or financial opportunity, the buzz around Mayweather versus Pacquiao 2 refuses to fade, and maybe this time, it won't just be talk. So guys, please subscribe to my channel for more updates and news. Thank you.